Hey guys, and welcome to episode 4 of the Derby Career Mode. And to start this episode, we are currently sat second in the league, 5 points behind Norwich. Thomas Ince is the second highest goal scorer, which is really good for a right winger to be already in the top 3. That's really good, and of course we have got quite a few players on the top assist sheet. So for the next game we've got against Rotherham, I think I'm going to play a really strong side just so we can get the win and confirm that. That'll be really good, of course. Put Roberts on the bench. I was just comparing Bent and Martin, just seeing what the differences really were. There isn't that many differences. I'd say Bent's a little bit faster and a little bit better at finishing, but there isn't much between them. So we head into the game here in the 22nd minute of the match. Will Hughes gets it across to Jeff Hendrick, who puts the ball out wide to Christie. Christie running down the right hand side eventually, gets the ball inside to Jeff Hendrick, who passes it inside to Chris Martin, who puts it into the bottom left hand corner. A really good finish. I'm not too sure why their keeper didn't react or anything. He just stood there and let the ball go in the back of the net, and that is how the game does start off. So a good start for us, of course. And in the rain, I don't do too well, so in this game to get that early goal is really good to get us into the flow. So we head into the 30th minute of the match here, and we do dispossess Rotherham with a nice bit of tackling from Keogh. Martin with a beautiful ball out wide to Thomas Ince, who just puts him clean through on goal, eventually getting on goal and putting it around the keeper and making it 2-0. So yeah, good start to this game. In the rain, it's really good to get them goals, because when you get towards the end and your players don't have that much stamina or pace, it's really difficult to get a result. So we enter the 62nd minute of the match here. Salmon on the ball on the edge of the area, cuts inside, hits it against the post and makes it 2-1. I'm not too sure if he should be able to play against us. Of course, he is our player and he's been loaned, and then he of course celebrates against us, which is a bit annoying, but nevertheless, Connor Salmon getting a nice goal for us. It's good that he's getting a bit of form while he's away at a different club. So we head into the 72nd minute of the match here, putting a ball through for Darren Bent to run on to, of course, gets into a good position and then just left foots it over the goalie to make it 3-1 in the game. A good goal for him as well there to get us back into it really in a comfortable lead. With the last 15 minutes, I was pretty confident in this game, and then we head into the 81st minute. Roberts down this right hand side and Bent linking up quite nicely, and then Bent, just look at the pace there to get through on goal, eventually gets into a dangerous area and puts it across to Jamie Ward, who puts it into the back of the net to make it 4-1. So yeah, this game went pretty well towards the end. I think Rotherham kind of gave up, and here in the 85th minute we get the ball forward with Jeff Hendrick, puts a beautiful killer ball through for Jamie Ward, and Jamie Ward just easily walks it around the keeper and makes it 5-1. So a good way to start this episode, of course, getting 5 goals in one game. And in the rain, it just shows when you get them early goals, you can really get into the game and get a good result. So heading into the next game against Cardiff, who are actually quite a good team on this game, of course, coming down from the Premier League. They are going to have some good quality players, so it is going to be quite a tough game. But we did rest up a few players from the previous game, of course, and yeah, this game's in the rain as well. So we enter the 17th minute of the match here. Fabio bringing the ball forwards to Craig Noon. Craig Noon puts it down to Pilkington, who just puts it inside to Whittingham, and Whittingham takes it around shot and puts it back to Pilkington, and then gets it into the box where Nicky Maynard is there to put it into the back of the net. So yeah, we didn't exactly get the best start to this game, conceding that goal in the first 20 minutes, and then we head into the second half here. Ryan Shotton with a late challenge. He was already got a yellow card, and of course he is going to get the red card. And yeah, with the last 40 minutes left of the game, it was kind of difficult. Eventually they do get the free kick, and Gunnarsson and Pilkington linking up quite nicely to get it to Whittingham, and then eventually they do get the ball into the box with Pilkington, who does easily get it to Maynard, and of course they do put it into the back of the net with Whittingham. So I really couldn't get the ball off him. In the rain, it is really difficult. Of course, with 10 men, it's going to be even more difficult. I think I was on ultra attacking, trying to get us the win, of course, and yeah, we just couldn't really do it. And unfortunately, again here, Christie kind of poorly tackles him, like he gives him the ball straight back, and then a lucky deflection, Craig Bryson just heads it back into him and makes it 3-0 in the game. Of course, Whittingham getting another goal, and then we head into the 88th minute of the match here, and this pretty much was a terrible game for us. In the rain, it just shows how one time I can do really well, but then another time we can do really bad. So he does sway it across to Whittingham to finish off his hat-trick, and yeah, not exactly the best result, especially after getting that 5-1 win in the first game. To lose 4-0, not exactly the best, but away from home and with 10 men, it's going to be very difficult to get back into it. So for our next game, we're going to change up the side for the next game, just give a nice fresh start for everyone and rest a few players that are a bit tired, of course. And yeah, it's nice to give other players a go, because maybe they can work themselves into the first team lineup. Like the first 10 games, I don't think we played Jamie Ward, and then we brought him in and he's been fantastic since then. So heading into the game against Birmingham, we're going to put it in the clear just so I've got a bit more of a chance, because I think 3 rainy games in a row is a bit unrealistic. So heading into the 3rd minute of the match here, we have got Mason Bennett playing this game. A beautiful cutback and puts it into the back of the net to make it 1-0. A good start for us, of course, from the young man. Of course, I think he's got about an 80 potential, so of course I really want to get his rating up to like a 65, 67 by the time we finish off this championship season. Then heading into the next season, we can really push him to be an 80. So unfortunately, 10 minutes later, we do get a red card, and it is Richard Keogh. And I think I just put a player back in defence and try and look up the game. Of course, we bring on Buxton. I think we take off Jamie Ward. And yeah, I don't know, red cards on this game are a bit annoying sometimes, because I think my player's only made 1 challenge. Should you really red card him straight away? Maybe not. But yeah, we head into the 35th minute of the match here, and a throw in from Lee Novak gets it into Cottrell. Cottrell gets at Hancock's, and then Hancock's cuts inside and then eventually gets it into a dangerous area with Shinnie. Makes it 1-1 in the game, and from this point on, we couldn't really get back into it, and that is how it does end. So at least we got a point. Maybe we could have got a 3 points if we didn't get the red card, but we're going to head into the next game, a massive game for us. I think Jamie Ward was away on international duty, which was a bit of a shame, but we still got plenty of backup, of course, and it is against Norwich, who are currently sat first in the table. So getting a win in this game will be very good if we can actually win the title, of course. So yeah, just setting up the team for the next game, getting the best fitness and quality of players on the pitch, and getting a good result in this game will be very vital, because of course I think we're 4 points behind them at the moment. So if we drop even more points, it's going to be really difficult. So we enter the 75th minute of the match here. Really couldn't do anything in this first half, and then in the second half we bring on, I think it's Ince on the right hand side, I'm not too sure, but yeah, we head into the game. Johnny Russell smashes it into the back of the net, makes it 1-0, and that is how the game does end. So it wasn't exactly the most eventful thing in the world, but we got the 3 points, we got the result that we wanted, and yeah, we really can't complain with that away from home as well. So next game against Wigan, another tough game, of course. So at least Jamie Ward's back from international duty, which is nice. We're going to try Darren Bent up front again and try and get Zelalem involved a bit, because of course he is my player, Jesse Lingard isn't. So of course getting his rating up will be quite vital to when we go up to the next season. So heading into the 37th minute of the match here, free kick with Wigan goes straight to McKay, but Christie does win the ball. Jamie Ward getting it into Darren Bent. Darren Bent with a nice chip through ball for Thomas Ince, of course, and then eventually gets through on goal, takes it around the keeper and finesses it into the back of the net. A good start for us there just before half time to get a vital goal in the game. And I must say, the wingers that we've got at the moment, Ince, Ward, Russell, they're all being really clinical, and when I do bring them on the pitch, they can all make a good performance. So heading into the 47th minute, just after half time, of course, Jamie Ward cutting inside from this left hand side, eventually gets the ball through for Ince. Again, just running through, he's really good at that, just going past the last man, taking it around the goalie and making it 2-0 in the game. Of course, doubling his goal advantage already in this game, so a good goal for him in there. And then unfortunately Will Hughes did get injured in this game. I think he was only out for 10 games though, so not too bad in the end. So yeah, eventually Fortune does get the ball into the box. Shane Wycorn with the header makes it 2-1 in the game. A little bit unfortunate, of course, to take away that little cushion that we had in the game, and it made it a bit unsure for the last like 30 minutes of the game. So we head into the 67th minute of the match here. Ryan Shotton picking the ball up and putting it through for Mason Bennett. Mason Bennett gets the ball out wide to Thomas Ince, and then Ince from the halfway line just runs into the box, eventually cuts inside, gets it past the defender really nicely and puts it into the back of the net. A really good hat-trick for Thomas Ince in this game. A really good player in my opinion, and hopefully we can sign him in the next season. I'm definitely going to look to get him on a permanent, because the amount of goals he's getting for a right winger is absolutely mental. So heading into the 87th minute of the match here, Zelalem just losing out the ball. He's not exactly the strongest player in the world, so a bit of a shame, of course. But McLean cutting inside to Kieran. Kieran getting the ball into the box, getting a bit lucky. One player just runs onto it, and luckily for Fortuné there, just gets it into the back of the net to make it 3-2. So that is how the game does end. At least we got the result we wanted, and a very good performance from Thomas Ince from that game was absolutely fantastic. So yeah, just changing the team for the next game again, just getting the best fitness and everything, but everyone seems to be full fitness, so that's quite nice, of course. So yeah, we're just going to keep the lineup, change it to clear, because I just don't like playing in the rain. It is really horrible. So heading into the 26th minute of the match here, Anderson getting the ball into the box, but a nice clearance from us, gets the ball onto Thomas Ince, and then a really good breakaway, because their fullback was up there to cross the ball into the box, and then Jamie Ward's just got bags of space, runs into the box and makes it 1 in the game. A really good finish, of course. And it's just amazing. Our wingers seem to be scoring more than our strikers at the moment, which is a thing that can happen in real life. Of course, the target man kind of thing. He just holds up the ball and then gives it to the wingers to finish the ball. So yeah, it's an effective way we're doing it at the moment, and we head into the 30th minute of the match here, getting the ball into the box. McGoldrick with a very good header makes it 1-1 in the game. A bit of a bad way to concede a goal, especially when Warnock could have probably won that header. Maybe we could have got Albin Tozer or Shotton on the ball, who are very tall and very good at heading. So 5 minutes later they go on the attack again. J-Tab putting the ball through for Bishop. Bishop gets into the box. McGoldrick, what was the keeper doing there? Literally went straight through his legs and makes it 2-1 in the game. Not exactly the last 5 minutes of this game. It just seems like Ipswich went really good and couldn't really deal with them, of course. But we head into the second half here, 50th minute of the match. Jamie Ward gets it into the box, but unfortunately does get cleared to Ryan Shotton, who puts it back into the danger area with Jeff Hendrick. Jeff Hendrick waiting for the runs eventually. Gets the ball out wide to Ince. Ince with a nice heel-to-heel gets it into the dangerous area in the box, and he literally walks through the defence and makes it 2-2. A really good goal again, and gets back into it. So heading into the 62nd minute of the match here, Jamie Ward with a nice roulette goes past the player with a nice bit of pace, eventually cuts back and gets to Martin. Martin with a bit of an unlucky through ball, but Jeff Hendrick finishes the job, gets it through to Ince, and Ince gets another goal. And he's lethal at the moment. He's absolutely mental, and just a really good player in this career mode. So heading into the 68th minute of the match here, Warnock with a nice ball inside to George Thorne. George Thorne into Darren Bent. Darren Bent waiting for the runs again, but he goes for the shot, and then Craig Bryson off the bench gets into the dangerous area and makes it 4-2. So a very nice win, of course. 2-1 down to get back into the lead and make it 4-2. Away from home, very good, of course. So heading into our final game of the episode, I think I'm going to play a bit of a weaker team for the next game against Huddersfield, as they are in the bottom 3 of the table. So yeah, I think we'll give ZLM a game, take off Craig Bryson, and then we'll just bring him on second half and just short the game, of course. So yeah, heading into the game here, we go into the 26th minute of the match. Thomas Ince again. It's always seemed to be on him, and we do win a free kick, of course. And with we haven't exactly got a best free kick taker at the moment. That's one thing I could really look towards getting in the next season. So maybe in January, of course. So we get the free kick in. Chris Martin, sorry, with the header makes it 1 in the game. A good start for us, of course, against Huddersfield in the rain. It is important to get that early goal, because late on it's just really difficult to get back into it and get a goal. So heading into the 38th minute of the match here, Naki Wells gets the ball out wide to Bun. Bun eventually cuts inside and gets the ball into the box, and Naki Wells is there to eventually get it into the back of the net. They do lay it off for him pretty much and put it on a plate and make it 1-1. So not exactly the best time to concede just before half time, of course, and especially in the rain, it is really annoying when you do concede a goal, because it is one of the hardest things in the world. I don't know what it is about my playstyle, but I just cannot play in the rain. It is absolutely horrible. Maybe I need to get a different playstyle or something, I don't know. But heading into the 90th minute of the match here, we had, I think we were playing the 4-2-4, I'm not too sure, all out attack. Zell gets the ball up to Darren Bent. Darren Bent eventually gets through on goal, hits it past the keeper, makes it 2-1, and that is how the game does end. So a very good win for us, of course. Darren Bent always getting the goals for us. It's really good. Bit of striker play there just to get past the play and put it into the back of the net. Unfortunately, in that last game, Jamie Ward did get injured, and he's going to be out for 2 months, which is a bit of a shame, but it gives a chance for Roberts and Russell to really work themselves into the first team lineup. So if you did enjoy this episode, smash a like button. If we could get over 25 likes, that'd be absolutely fantastic. Subscribe if you're on your channel, and see you soon. Bye.